Hello, my fellow strangers. I hope you all are doing well. A long time no see my face because I did the Thoughts from Places and then I did the weird cooking thing and then now I'm here. So it occurred to me this past week that a lot of you have shared your Nerdfighter stories and I haven't yet. So I thought, you know what? That means that today is the perfect day to do that. So I've been a really long time Nerdfighter. So the way that I found John and Hank is through a friend of mine, actually. Her name is Miranda. Now, Miranda and I have known each other for like most of our lives. Like, seriously. I pretty much knew her since like shortly after she came out of the womb. I'm a little bit older than her, but not by much. I'm maybe like 2 years older than she is. So like, we're basically like sisters, but like not biologically. We were living together. It was like 2008. I'm the oldest one in the bunch. I probably shouldn't be telling stories like, picture it. It was 2008. I'm just making myself feel old. But anyways, I mean, this was a time when video replies were still a thing on YouTube. I can't remember if she asked me about Vlogbrothers or if she asked me in particular about like being a Nerdfighter or if I knew what a Nerdfighter was, but I was like, no. And so she sort of introduced me to their channel, and back in the day, like there was like this almost like Nerdfighteria. I can't remember what it was called because I haven't signed on to it like in so long. It might have been just called like Nerdfighteria or something like that, but it was like almost like a Vlogbrothers sort of MySpace, except for slightly less functional and only Nerdfighters. I don't know, that's probably a terrible way to describe it. But anyways, that thing existed. And so they would have like boards on there where you could talk about like interests of yours and connect with other Nerdfighters and whatever. Unfortunately, I was never really active on that site. Like I would go on there and I'd kind of creep on things, but like I never really actually talked to other people on the site. But you could, because they had like message boards and things. But anyways, I slightly digress, but I mean, I really got into it. Like I started watching all their videos, starting with Brotherhood 2.0 and just like working up to what was then their present day. And I've been watching ever since. And I just love them. You know, I had heard of Looking for Alaska before Miranda introduced me to Vlogbrothers. But I didn't make that connection until, you know, like after watching a few of the videos or whatever. I didn't immediately make the connection because I hadn't actually read Looking for Alaska yet. I think I had just heard of him in the book because there was like some familiarity, but I don't think I'd actually read the book. I think it was maybe on my reading list or something like that, my forever reading list. I've read like all his books now. But that's kind of my Nerdfighter story. It's kind of boring. Like basically someone I've known forever was just like, hey, do you know these people? Because they're awesome. And I was like, no, I don't know those people. And then she showed me and I was like, you're right. They're really freaking awesome. And the rest is kind of history, I guess. I think like some of the appeal of John and Hank is that they are like two really different personalities, but they're both incredibly smart, and I think they're both incredibly caring individuals, and I really believe in some of the causes that they have picked up over the years and contributed to, and I do think they're just so giving and just kind people. And I also obviously recognize their talents. I think that Hank is such a go-getter and he is always trying new things and dipping his foot in different industries and, you know, just sort of pursuing what makes him happy and always trying to, you know, add new and creative and cool things to the world. And that's amazing. And then John, you know, he's very literary, obviously, and I can appreciate his appreciation for the humanities and the arts and whatnot. I also enjoy him as a young adult writer. And so, yeah, I think there's a lot to sort of look up to in both John and Hank in their individual ways. And so I think that's really what has drawn me to them and sort of allowed me to continue to give my attention to them because they just seem like excellent people, like through and through, in a lot of ways. So yeah, that's my Nerdfighter story. My longtime friend / practically sister Miranda. told me about Jonathan Green, and it stuck. But anyways, my fellow strangers, I have really been enjoying watching your videos. I am a little bit behind, but I swear I'm going to catch up. My, as you know, my reading schedule is like insanity. Plus I also have, it's like a magic festival, near where I live. And so I have a booth there for my crafting stuff, which I think I've talked about before, but I run an Etsy shop basically called the Nerd Boutique. If you're interested, it's thenerdboutique.com. But anyways, what I do is I take and repurpose recycled book pages. But I do use like a lot of nerdy-ish novels and whatever. I don't necessarily say what novels they are, but I'll usually tell you who the author is. But you can see pictures of that items and things like that. So yeah, you could go there and check it out if you would like. And so yeah, I've been doing projects for that to get ready because I have like 2 booth spaces to fill. So at this festival, it's going to be me, my sister, my cousin, and my best friend. And we're going to be, setting everything up and selling to people. I'm a little bit nervous. I still need to learn how to use the Square, because Etsy recently moved over to Square. And so I'm just, it'll be fine. It's just going to be a little hectic as per usual with my life. So I suppose with that, I will just say until next Monday, my fellow strangers, because I'll see you then.